Perfect apology. The first letter arrived on Tuesday. Claire found it wedged between her electric bill and a grocery flyer. An unmarked envelope, its paper thick and expensive. No return address, no postage stamp. Inside was a single sheet of paper, handwritten in perfect looping script. "I'm sorry." That was it. No name, no explanation. Claire stared at it, confused. She had no enemies, no sordid past. Nothing that warranted a cryptic apology, probably a prank. She tossed it in the trash. The second letter. It came 3 days later. "I'm sorry for what I did to you," Claire frowned. Was this from an ex? Someone she'd forgotten? She had moved to this city for a fresh start, leaving behind a life she didn't care to revisit. She wasn't that person anymore. She flipped the letter over, searching for clues. Nothing. The third letter. A week passed before the next one. "I'm sorry for hurting you." Claire's skin prickled. This wasn't just an old flame or some guilt-ridden friend. This was intentional. She called her best friend, Mia. "I think someone's messing with me," Claire said, reading the letters aloud. Mia scoffed. "Sounds like a pathetic ex trying to clear his conscience." Claire wanted to believe that, but something felt wrong. "Just throw them out," Mia said. "Or better yet, write back. Make them tell you who they are." Claire considered it, but she didn't want to engage. She shredded the letter instead. That night, she woke up gasping, her heart racing. Her room was too dark, too quiet. She could have sworn. No, she was being paranoid. The fourth letter. It was waiting for her in the mailbox, right on top. Claire's stomach twisted as she pulled it out. The handwriting was the same. The words, few. "I'm sorry for what I took." Claire's breath caught. Took. Her mind raced. What had she lost? No one had robbed her. She hadn't been in a car accident. What on earth were they talking about? She gripped the letter, pulse pounding. This wasn't just someone apologizing. This was reminding. But of what? The fifth letter. It was the first one delivered inside her apartment. Claire found it on the kitchen counter when she woke up. She froze. She lived alone. Her hands trembled as she opened it. "I'm sorry you don't remember. I'm sorry for everything." A sob crawled up her throat. No, this was wrong. She would remember. She would. Something flashed in her mind. A face, her voice, a scream, her own, echoing in a darkened room. Pain, and then nothing. Gone. Claire clutched the letter, her pulse a drumbeat in her skull. The memories were fragments, slipping through her grasp like water. Then she noticed something else. The apartment smelled different. Not like her vanilla candles. Something sharp. Something like metal. Blood. Her legs moved before her brain could catch up, carrying her to the bedroom. Her breath hitched as she saw it. The sixth letter, sitting neatly on her pillow. Her vision tunneled as she reached for it, unfolding it with shaking fingers. "Go to the bathroom. Look in the tub." A scream built in her throat, but she swallowed it down. She was awake. This was real. If she was being toyed with, if someone had broken in, she needed to see. She stepped toward the bathroom. The metallic scent grew stronger. The door was half closed, the light flickering overhead. Claire pushed it open. And then she saw it. A woman. Floating in the bathtub, skin grey, lips parted in a silent scream. A gun laying on her floating chest. Her own dead body stared back at her, bloated and rotting. Her stomach twisted. She stumbled back, hands flying to her mouth, bile rising in her throat. No, this isn't real. Her phone vibrated violently in her pocket. She yanked it out with numb fingers. A message. Unknown number. You're almost there. Just one more thing. Claire's body trembled as she read it. Her pulse was deafening. Her reflection in the mirror wasn't trembling. She blinked. It let a single tear escape and whispered, "Do you remember now?"